So I wanted to jump on and really just talk briefly about some observations I've been making in regards to the sky. and, throughout many years, I can go back and share different stories, but roughly, I would say throughout my life I've noticed things, but more specifically, I would say about in a time frame, it seems so long ago, but I would say about 13 years ago, I remember really seeing these lights in the sky that were not planes because at the time, a friend and I would always had this habit of going out, after work, but more, kind of later in the evening and, grabbing coffee and just sitting and chilling and talking. And a lot of times I would notice that in the sky there'd be these lights, but sometimes the lights would move just a little bit and then like park it and just stay there stationary. And it almost had an awareness of my awareness noticing it. And really, I just kind of summed it up to being some kind of like surveillance satellite. I felt that awareness from it, as odd as it may sound. But anyway, fast forward to, I guess, about February of this year, 21. and I immediately started filming these lights in the sky, and of course having a good telephoto lens you can zoom in, and when I'd zoom in it was like not fully like translucent where I could see inside or any definition, but it would look like a plasma like light and multicolored. It was just hard to film because a lot of times it would do this thing where I would call it kind of like a hop, skip, and jump because the way it would just be so erratic in its movements. And so that's just something I've noticed, and I just kind of stopped filming it. And then I guess I don't even think everything happened so fast. As soon as I got a different camera, it was just like everything was kind of showing itself in the sky. So I don't know, maybe it was like a week or two later that I was looking at the sky and I saw that like kind of like that bright light in the distance, and I'd zoom in, it would kind of like morph into like looking like a plane, but then eventually it just took the form of this sphere, this multicolored sphere radiating holographic color and light. And then it started creating a chemtrail. So that was like another big reveal of like, a lot of these planes are not planes in the sky. Newsflash, if you didn't know. There's some kind of technology that's engaging this warfare, geoengineering and all whatnot. But so then, I've been seeing a lot of these stationary spheres in the sky that some will move, some will even engulf and encapsulate another of the sphere. And it wasn't until Saturday, I think that was, I don't know the date, the 16th of October 21. And I started noticing that light in the sky. So I zoomed in on it and it looked like, I'll call it a plasma ball. And so then I stopped filming it and proceeded on, and then I noticed that the light was in a different area. So the same position of the sky, but I stopped and pulled over and gave it another shot, and as I zoomed in, it actually became one of those kind of translucent spheres that sometimes you can see the movement and you can see the energy moving throughout it. It's more translucent than, say, the plasma ball. And so as I was filming it, I filmed a quite a long time of just for observation, you know. And then, I don't know, I was kind of like, I'm going to wrap it up and take off. And so I was driving a little while, and then I was like, you know what, let me just look at it from this angle, because it looked like there's also like an orb, kind of like the plasma ball was like, I guess about 6 o'clock. And there was like this kind of translucent little kind of a lot smaller orb about 6:35. So I pulled over again. I was like, let me just take a look at it. And then that same sphere that I had saw, I don't know, minutes earlier, actually turned into a plasma ball. So I'm kind of making the connection between, instead of having these separate entities or in the sky, I'm really thinking it's the same thing. And I'm not saying all things are the same, but in this case, I'm seeing a lot of these like plasma balls that some might even say, oh, it's a satellite in the sky, and that's a whole other thing. I don't believe in this mechanical looking little satellite, but really these plasma balls do take the form of the sphere, or the sphere becomes a plasma ball. Maybe they're charging, I don't really know, obviously, but they're one and the same, basically. What they are, I'm not sure, but when you see like other sky footage, you see a lot of this like plasma looking technology. So it's just a kind of a connection I wanted to at least put out there. If there's anybody out there really paying attention to the sky. So it's just because it kind of makes me feel like it has to be said, because we're so under so much misinformation and delusion, and just it bothers me, because it's like I've come to terms that we are in some kind of dome. Not the Thunderdome, but the earth, firmament, or we are. And so all these like mysteries of UFOs and all this, oh my gosh, oh my god, blow my mind, amazing. It kind of takes the carpet's been ripped up from under my feet with that, because not saying I don't find amazement in things, because I do daily, but it's all part of a lot of that same technology, whatever it is, the trickery. So I'm kind of going on rambling now, but I just wanted to put it out there that a lot of these, if you start filming the sky, because you really need that kind of lens to really zoom in and see this, is a lot of these plasmic spheres, I wouldn't even, are actually the translucent looking spheres, and so most importantly, they are part of the weather geoengineering and manipulation of deployment of who knows what. I mean, we already know a lot just from the samples within our own bodies and our pets and the environment. But yeah, so I thought I'd put this out there. I didn't want the video to be too long, but I'll try to put some footage up to kind of show that. So anyways, thanks for listening, and I enjoy kind of putting this puzzle piece together, Try not to focus, it's hard not to focus on it. It's kind of in me to figure it out. But anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for listening, and take care.